Today's stories include Mafia, the old country reviews are in, PlayStation updates the world on Bungie and live services, and everything announced at Nintendo's Indie World Showcase. We'll have all this and more, including some breaking Xbox news, because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. What's up and welcome to Kind of Funny Games Daily for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Of course, I'm your host, Tim Geddes. I am joined today by the poppy of all trades, Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Good day, Tim.
Good day to you. Is your morning going well so far?
Morning's going pretty good, yeah. Woke up, went to the gym, was a bit lazy at the gym today. I didn't feel super good about my workout, but I was on the treadmill for a while.
Okay.
I sweated today.
Good.
That's always the goal, is to sweat.
Get that good sweat going.
Get that good sweat going. Get the heart rate up. Make sure that I feel awake for the day, and I feel awake for the day.
Good,
Tim.
good.
How are you? How's your morning?
It's going well, man. A lot of news to get to today.
A lot of news.
We have stories all over the place, covering kind of the entire gamut of the video games industry. But some interesting stuff, some sad stuff, some good stuff. You know, all the stuff.
All the stuff.
At Kind of Funny, because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the video game news that you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, please support us with the Kind of Funny membership. It gets you all of our shows ad-free and a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be part of this episode of this show, you should YouTube Super Chat in. Again, we have a ton of stories today, so if you have thoughts on any of them, please Super Chat away. A little housekeeping. We are an 11-person business all about live talk shows. Today, after Games Daily, you're going to get a very special Kind of Funny Gamescast, a conversation about Dead Take with friend of the show, Abu. Very exciting. You beat Dead Take.
Yes.
You haven't officially reviewed Dead Take, I don't think.
No, and I don't know if I will. Like, I don't. Because I wouldn't want to review it on the Gamescast because the game director's there, kind of thing. And I don't know if I'll have the chance. I don't want to review it now. I'm not really like.
You're not ready for it.
I don't think I'm ready for it.
I'm still sitting with it. You know?
Yeah, same. Yeah. I'm also still. What I will say, because I headlined this Gamescast already, and the headline I have is that I forget what the headline is. There is a new horror game that you need to play. Okay, it's essentially the sum of it. I think this is going to go down by the time we get to the end of the year. Is like one of the best horror games of the year.
Yeah, we were talking about it more over the weekend. We had streamed it together on Friday. You on the sticks, Bless. And I think, like you said, it's like the biggest surprise of the year.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm
definitely
I'm
a surprise
right there.
for me.
I'm right there with you.
And what I will say, if you haven't watched that stream, you should maybe check out that. If you have any interest in Dead Take, you should maybe check it out. Because I'm surprised. I went into the comments of the YouTube video, and there's like a good bulk of the comments that are like, "This was my favorite stream of the year." Like, I think Dead Take has something that's pulling people in. It pulled me and Barrett in so much that like me and him are tag teaming, solving puzzles. He's like writing things down as I'm like looking around for clues and all this shit.
We're also just a great duo, Bless. You know.
Like, I mean, put me and Barrett on the camera more often. You know what I mean? Let us solve puzzles together.
Man. Favorite combo.
Yeah, and so, definitely either play Dead Take, watch our stream of Dead Take, but I know enough of you enjoyed the stream of Dead Take that, like, I think this is going to be a good Gamescast for people. I saw people requesting this one. So.
Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And then after Gamescast is our Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer in review. This one not as off the rails as the Fantastic Four 2005 review, but Greg still says some things that are, questionable. Then the stream is the Battlefield 6 beta. If you're a Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway is being done by Snowbike Mike, who not sick anymore, but also not confirmed not dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know.
We haven't seen him.
Has anybody heard from Snowbike Mike?
I haven't heard from him today. Heard from him last night. So I think he's okay, but he's not here. Normally, we'd hear him by now.
Yeah.
He'd be running in slappy.
Yeah, Jabroni, what's up? What's up, homie?
Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney, the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by Kind of Funny in Review, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. We have 10 stories today.
Baker's dozen.
Dangerously close to an actual baker's dozen.
Exactly. That's a lot of stories, though. We normally don't get up there, but there's a lot of like groupings of stories because we got a couple of them financial reports that usually get us just a lot of different tidbits. But we're starting with Mafia, the old country review.
If you were calling out my impression of Snowbike Mike, I don't know why I did it like that. I feel like I fed in some Fran Mirabella into it as well.
There is a little Fran in Mike. Just a little.
There's a little Fran in all of us.
There's a little Fran in all of us.
I'm sorry I did you like that, Mike. You don't sound like that. Maybe when you're sick, but you usually don't sound like that.
Here we are. Mafia, the old country. We have not reviewed it. Why?
Because we got codes. How long ago, Barrett? Like a night?
It was Tuesday night at 8 p.m. that we got codes for PC. So people who requested console still don't have codes, like myself.
Our plan right now is to play over the weekend, and whoever's interested to review it next week. I forget exactly the day we put it down, but just so everyone knows, Kind of Funny's review, if there's enough interest, which it sounds like there is, will be to play through the game. Right, Barrett? Like, where are you at now?
I mean, like, I want to play it throughout the weekend, even with the reviews coming out. You know, I'm a champion of Mafia 3. This is the same team that made that game, so I want to check it out. So whenever I can get my hands on this game, I'll do my best to play through it over the weekend.
And so there you go. Let's get into the scores, though. So far, Metacritic at a 76.
76.
OpenCritic at a 77. Luke Riley at IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, saying Mafia the Old Country is an effective return to the linear and tightly story-driven format of the original Mafia and Mafia 2. It doesn't reinvent stealth, and there's nothing especially remarkable about its typical third-person cover shooting, but with great writing, excellent voice performances, and a wonderful eye and ear for detail, the Old Country is a potent and immersive time machine to a rarely explored era. This may be the Sicilian cuisine talking, as I've never played anything with quite as much Italian fruit and food on the show, but I think the Mafia games might have established themselves as the arancini balls of the business. That is crusty on the outside, but on the inside, they're dense, tasty, and a little cheesy. And if you keep bringing them out, I'm going to keep going back to the buffet until the kitchen runs dry. You know what? I love it.
Had a bit of too much fun there.
I love it, man. I love it. Like, when you got something, you got to just keep rolling with it. Jake Decker at GameSpot gave it a 6 out of 10, saying Mafia the Old Country is at its best when things slow down, letting you take in all the sights and sounds of Sicily. Like previous Mafia games, it nails the look and feel of its real-world counterpart by investing heavily in the details. Unfortunately, generic gameplay and dated mission design hold Mafia the Old Country back, making it feel like a relic of the early 2010s. Usama Mahmood from DualShockers gave it an 8.5 out of 10, saying, considering the ending and the fan service elements that cater to longtime fans, this is not only the best Mafia game to date, but also one of the best modern linear action adventure titles. And then Nick Rodriguez at Game Rant gave it a 5 out of 10, saying, lacking the charisma and novelty of its predecessors, Mafia the Old Country struggles to escape a sense of constant mediocrity.
Tim, does this make you more or less excited to try out Mafia the Old Country?
Neither, really. Because it's the type of thing where I've been interested in this one just because everything they've been saying is like, okay, I'm into that. Shorter game, very linear, story-based, gameplay that's not incredibly, like, trying too hard. It's just harkening back to a different time. I'm all about that type of stuff. But it's also the type of game that I was hoping for very high reviews, because then I'm like, all right, this is definitely something I'm going to, kind of get out of my interest zone a bit, because as we all established, I'm not the biggest Mafia guy as a concept, not the games, just the people.
Which I don't understand.
Sounds racist.
They're so cool.
I mean, yeah.
What are your thoughts on Nick Scarpino, another Italian man?
What are your thoughts on the Penguin?
I'm Italian. Nick's Italian. Italian's okay. Mafia.
Am I crazy for not realizing Tim's Italian?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Just a bit. You know what I mean? No. Yeah. Irish Italian. It's
Wait, what percent? Are you 2% Italian?
No, I'm like a good percent.
Wow.
Like quarter Italian.
I feel like Nick Scarpino wears it so strongly.
Well, he's 100%.
Yeah, he's like all Italian.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The Irish definitely.
The Irish
takes
won
over.
out for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. It's neat.
It is neat, isn't it? You know how much % pirate I am?
Oh, God. I hope none. I hope none.
No, but these reviews, I will say, I'm interested in how all over the place they are. I think it's fairly rare that we read the blurbs and we're getting a 5, an 8.5, a 6, and an 8. Like, like to get to a 76 Metacritic, it really kind of like
there are those games.
There's no 7s that we read, but
yeah, there are those. Sometimes you watch a movie or you play a game or you watch a TV show, right, where everybody's like, "This is a solid 8." Superman, this is a solid 8. Fantastic Four, even this is a solid 8 out of 10 thing. Maybe some people might be more 7, maybe some people might be more 9, right? But like, there are those games that meet in the middle where everybody's like, okay, cool. Like, we all kind of agree that this thing was fine or this thing was a solid good. I think this is one of those scenarios where it doesn't seem like anybody agrees on the, like, out of all these, do we read 1.7? No. Like, no, it is a 8.5. 8 out fucking DualShockers dude said this was the best Mafia to date, right? And then you have Nick Rodriguez giving a 5 out of 10, saying it lacks charisma. This has me kind of fascinated to try it out. Not over the thing of like, what are these reviewers talking about? More so the thing of like, I want to see, just as like a fan of video games, right?
Does it hit for you?
I want to see if it hits for me, and I'm also fascinated to like kind of understand what makes a hit for some people and not hit for other people, right? Like I think those are the most fascinating games where you come out of it and people just disagree about it. I love that. I love hearing that this is exactly what we thought it was, right? A shorter, leaner, linear experience. That's what I want. Driven by story, driven by like, you know, moment to moment cinematic gameplay. That's exactly what I want out of this thing. I guess I'm mostly curious on Barrett, like, where does this leave you? I think we were kind of concerned because we didn't get codes until recently.
Yeah.
And like, you still don't have console code. Is this like, are you excited now? Like, does this bring your faith back up a little bit?
The reviews don't change my excitement because, you know, the reviews for Mafia 3 were also kind of very like, I think definitely people came together to say that that was more of like a 6 or a 7 just because of the open world gameplay of it all. But like that Hangar 13, when they made Mafia 3 and then when they remade Mafia 1, they did such a good job of like building out those worlds and how like lived in they feel, and the kind of I want to use a different word other than vibe, but like the kind of experience of going into these different places in different eras in time, right? Like Mafia 3 to me succeeds so well in making you feel like you are actually driving around in the fictional New Orleans,
yeah,
in like the 60s and 70s, like listening to the radio and all this stuff. They did that same thing with Mafia 1 as well, even though like that is a linear game where there's like, it's kind of open world, but it's very, very linear in terms of what you can actually do. They do a really good job of letting you kind of just like take in those worlds, and that's reading some of these reviews, it seems like they do, at least for some people, that still is there. And so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the story. I wasn't expecting the world out of the gameplay of it all. I think the linear, going back to kind of the linear format, I think will probably be an overall positive for this franchise, right? So yeah, I'm still excited to check it out. I'm bummed that I have not played it yet, though.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to hear Barrett's thoughts because I know he's rocked for the franchise for a long time in a way that, yeah, like he was just saying, you're not saying it's the greatest thing of all time, but it's something that you enjoy that is.
Yeah, and I fuck with, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, who's that one? You know, a lot of video essays have said, like, play more 7 out of 10s, you know? Like, find shit that, like, you know, might speak to you that doesn't speak to a lot of other people, right? And even just besides my love for Mafia 3, I forget the actor's name for when they remade Mafia 1, but the lead actor there, I still hold that they should have gotten some awards for their performance in that game, so, yeah.
Matt Eggman super chats in, aka Disco Spider 13.
Disco Spider.
It seems like Mafia is the next South by Midnight. That's not right. South of Midnight.
South of Midnight, yeah.
Depending on expectations for gameplay and how the story hits for you, wildly changes your opinion. Yeah, that is another reason that I am interested in this, is it does seem like it's harkening back to a simpler time of games that I do really appreciate and love.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, you give me a story that I'm into, an art style that I vibe with, and serviceable gameplay that's fun enough for me, and like I'm gonna be there. It's just, yeah, this South of Midnight speaks to me in a way that I look at Mafia and I feel like it doesn't. I need that little extra push, but yeah, we'll see with this one.
We'll see.
Dinesta says, "Who's at the door? Might be the best horror game of the year over Dead Take. Check it out. It's
Who's at the
beautifully
door?
crafted and a great story."
Bear, can we see who's at the
Who's
door?
at the door?
I'm looking it up as we go too. Who's at the door on Steam? Oh, it's opening. It's opening. It comes from Sconic Entertainment. You are trapped in a small house, suffering from psychosis with no memory. Carefully observe your surroundings to distinguish reality from hallucinations and overcome your illness by taking medication from visitors at the right time. They're showing it. It's another first-person horror game.
Another first-person horror game.
Another horror. It just came out on July 18th. Only a few weeks old.
Interesting.
Is it safe or is it dangerous? The hallucinations don't persist. You're safe. Open the door and get the medication from the visitor. This is my thing. I feel like every first-person horror game has hallucinations to some extent. It's a staple of the genre. I think the thing that I really like about Dead Take is I was just so fascinated by the story and the performances. So I'm sure based on this person saying that they're saying it's the best of the year. I'm sure there's a story here. God, this looks freaky.
Yeah, I don't like.
I don't like this.
Bulbous eyes. Mm-mm.
But yeah, I need more than you telling me that there's hallucinations.
Do you need me to tell you that there's breaking news, Bless?
Oh, I don't need you to tell me. Everybody's told me in chat already.
Xbox has canceled Contraband. This comes from a Jason Schreier post on Blue Sky. Breaking news. Xbox is canceling Contraband, announced in 2021 from Avalanche Studio, the creators of Just Cause. After 4 years of radio silence, sources tell Bloomberg News. This news arrives weeks after a mass layoff in which Xbox canceled several other big titles.
What does this do for you, Tim?
I mean, this is not surprising at all. Like, I feel like there's a handful of those Xbox games that they just announced a couple years ago that we haven't heard from that kind of started to just feel like vaporware. And when you see all the stories of the last couple years of teams being shuttered, layoffs left and right, this was the type of game that never really felt like it was going to see the light of day. It is also fascinating with how many teams Xbox has. Like, I think we're going to see this a lot, where we'll get Xbox showcases announcing a ton of games, and a percentage of them aren't ever actually going to come out. And I don't really see that ending. I think that we're going to continue to go down this path of more acquisitions and just like more, and it's going to continue to result in bad stories like this.
Yeah, I'm visiting the Avalanche website where they have the Contraband page, because I remember Contraband being announced, but I don't remember seeing anything about Contraband post it being announced, to the point when Schreier posted this, my immediate thought was like, wait, that's still like, that was still a thing that was still in development. Like, I didn't realize this was a thing that was still going on, because they've not really talked about it. It feels like on their website, if you're wondering what is Contraband, the Schreier mentioned it, right? That it's Avalanche Studios, the people behind Just Cause. The website says it's a co-op smuggler's paradise. Welcome to Contraband, a co-op smuggler's paradise set in the fictional world of 1970s Bayonne. Brought to you by Avalanche and Xbox Game Studios, exclusive to Xbox Series X consoles, and coming to Xbox Game Pass, Steam, and Windows 10 PC. I don't really have much of a reaction to this one, right? Like, this is one where as this is breaking, I put it toward the bottom of Games Daily, and I've seen enough chat talk about it where I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this higher because people want to hear us talk about it, right? There's interest here. My thing is, this comes back to Xbox slash, I think more so even Microsoft, just being in a place where it is tough to look at them with trust as far as like the things that have been announced, and my faith that those things are going to come out in great quality, right? In great form.
Perfect Dark was canceled.
Perfect Dark was canceled. I didn't think Contraband was going to come out. Like,
and again, Contraband, like I do want to stress Avalanche, man. The Just Cause games rock.
Yeah.
People love them. And I also think that they're a level of developer that gamers aren't expecting the fucking world from. They just want a solid game from. Right? Like, I don't think Contraband would have had to come out and be the greatest thing ever. It just would need to be good and service the co-op gamers out there that just want to have that Avalanche fun. But that's not enough for where we're at right now. It needs to be explosive growth. It needs to be the biggest numbers possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, Contraband wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, Schreier follows up the post saying, OD, the collaboration between Xbox and Kojima, is still in development, a Microsoft spokesperson tells me. Yeah, it feels like a leftover from Xbox making deals, Xbox doing the third-party publishing thing, and maybe just not having a place for it anymore. But of course, you're not going to cancel Kojima's game because it's Kojima.
I mean, are you not? OD?
No, you are not. I don't think you can.
I think you can.
I don't think you can.
I really think you can. I
think that's the last one that you touch.
I'm not betting on it happening, but like I put Kojima's OD in the exact same category I put Rise of Hydra. Where I'm like, all right, sure, it's real.
Which one is Rise of Hydra?
The
1943?
Yeah.
But that's not canceled.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not, but I don't believe it's real.
Is that still slated for this year, by the way?
No, it can't be.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't have faith in either.
I think the difference, because Rise of Hydra, I understand where you're coming from Rise of Hydra, but I think it's a different argument as far as like why and how that could get canceled or not come out or whatever. I think I would assume that OD is actively being worked on, and more so, like from the Microsoft Xbox side of it, would Xbox cancel OD?
They canceled Perfect Dark, the world's first quadruple A game.
Yeah, but
they put Crystal Dynamics on it.
That seemingly just wasn't coming together. Like if OD wasn't coming together, then I could see maybe a thing of
what makes you think OD's coming together?
I mean, what makes you think it's not coming together?
I don't know.
That's my thing.
I mean, just Xbox's management of games at this point. Like, that's all that it is.
Yeah.
We haven't heard enough about this for me to be like, oh yeah, that's a project that we're actually going to see through. Mind you, I would say the same thing about Death Stranding years ago, and I was clearly wrong. Here we are in a sequel that is a potential Game of the Year winner. Like, I'm not saying that, like, there's no chance this game comes out, and I'm also not saying there's no chance it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's Kojima.
I think my thing is, my read on it isn't necessarily that these games aren't coming together as far as something like Contraband or something like, I don't want to speak that way about because I just don't know about Contraband, right? But like, I think the third-party partnerships that Xbox are doing is less so like, oh man, we can't get this game out, like the game's not coming together. And I think it's more so just, oh, we just don't have it in our budget allocation to support these things anymore. We have to focus in on things like Call of Duty. We have to focus in on our million first-party studios that we've bought over the course of the last 7 years.
Yeah.
And we just have too many resources that are in-house that we need to focus on, that we can't waste our time with these deals that we've made. Which begs the question, why did you make those deals in the first place? I think the one deal that you made that you have to really honor is the Kojima one, because you cancel a Kojima game, and it's like, really, what the fuck are you doing then?
You say that, but I just feel like what...
And I'm like that already. I am like, Xbox, Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But canceling OD, I think, is so far beyond like, oh, you guys are... It's over. Like, pack it up. It's fucking over.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that for people like us that, like, think of Kojima a certain way and understand how big a deal a Kojima game is, yes. But I think overall for Xbox, like, it is just another game. And I don't think that OD is going to be the biggest thing ever. Like, I think that it seems like a smaller project, right? Like, this seems like big names attached, but like, I don't expect this game to be a Kojima epic. Do you?
No, but I think for Xbox, a win is a win, and I think that for them would be an easy win even if it is a smaller scoped Kojima thing that comes out on the platform, as long as they can call it an Xbox title and like have it serve Game Pass and have it serve the brand. Like, I look at the rest of the things that have been canceled, and especially like the third party partnerships that, like, you know, between Contraband and the John Romero thing, and like stuff behind the scenes that I've heard right about Xbox third party stuff that just hasn't come together. And I think the one that you kind of have to hold on to is the Kojima thing. But I think beyond that, I just don't have faith in the third-party stuff. I'm surprised that Ninja Gaiden 4 was a deal that they made.
It's shocking.
It doesn't make sense, right? Because it seems like they're trying to get out of all this shit. Is Ninja Gaiden 4 maybe one of the last ones before they're like, all right, batten up the hatches. We are focusing in on first parties. At least the ones that we haven't closed down or canceled. Like, it's tough to... it's hard to read what the fuck is going on and what the fuck the strategy is there.
To me, it's like, it's not hard to read. They're canceling everything. Whether it's a partnership or a first party title, it's like, it's just being canceled if it's not looking like it's going to make an astronomical amount of money. And like, you know, you Hi-Fi Rush, right?
Yeah.
Like that is a partnership turned acquisition turned shuttering. God. Contraband, everybody. We hardly knew you. Before we get to story number 3, let's take a quick word from our sponsors. This episode's brought to you by our own show, Kinda Funny in Review. It is our movie review show, and it is the best place to get all of our thoughts on all the latest in entertainment. Greg, and how has it been this year?
It's been awesome because I came back. Alien vs. Predator in review. Superman in review. Fantastic Four currently happening in review. It's been a great time, and I've been crazier than ever.
You really have. It's been banger after banger after banger of episodes of In Review. Doesn't mean the movies necessarily were.
Oh, they
Sometimes
often
we're talking about some all-time greats. Sometimes we're talking about some of the worst movies ever made. But no matter what, Greg is drinking his Cokes and having a good time and saying some of the craziest things you've said on Kinda Funny content ever.
That's right. If you're unfamiliar, of course, In Review is us picking a movie series, watching them all, then ranking and reviewing them all while meticulously recapping the plot and not screwing anything up.
But here's the thing. I know a lot of you are watching live probably on Kind of Funny Games Daily or Kind of Funny Gamescast. We cover video games, but we also cover movies, and we have a great time doing it. Just best friends hanging out. So don't worry. We're getting back to Alien vs. Predator, everybody, right after we get through some of the big summer movies, but Fantastic Four, Superman, Alien vs. Predator. It's been a great time. The good times are just starting.
That's right. So right now, like, subscribe, share on your favorite podcast feed or youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, and we'll see you at the movies.
That was good.
Thank you. I mean, we stole it. It's, I think Siskel and Ebert's line.
The chat is pointing out that Jason Schreier, in the same article talking about Contraband being canceled, does confirm that OD is still being developed.
Yes. Though that's where that conversation came from. Yeah, because I read that part of that tweet as well.
Story number 3, PS5 shipments top 80.3 million. Wowzers. Comes from Sal Romano at Gamatsu. PS5 has shipped 80.3 million units worldwide. Sony announced its financial results for the 3 months ending on my birthday, June 30th, 2025. A total of 2.5 million PS5 units were shipped during the 3 months ending June 30th, which is up 0.1 million from the same period the previous fiscal year. Some additional statistics via Shinobi on Twitter say PS5 hardware sales increased 4.1% this quarter to 2.5 million. Game and Network Service is up 8% year over year. Operating income profit climbed 127%. Software sales reached 65.9 million. That's up 23% year over year. And PSN monthly active users increased 6% from 116 million to 123 million during the same period in the previous fiscal year. That's a big jump for PSN.
Huge jump for PSN. And yeah, very impressive numbers overall. It's fun. It's interesting to think about and talk about, just for the sense of what PlayStation's output has been this year versus last year. And I might need a little bit of a reminder of what it was last year, because we had Astrobot, we had Horizon. Was Rise of the Ronin last year? It was like a fine year, but it wasn't like the strong.
What Horizon did we have last year?
Horizon?
Sorry, Horizon Lego.
Oh, yes.
Lego Horizon. Yeah. And then the Until Dawn remake, right? And this year,
Helldivers.
Oh, Helldivers was big too. Yeah. But this year doesn't feel, I guess, as strong, unless I'm missing
Unless
something.
you had Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well, which
You're
is
right.
exclusive, but
Rebirth is a really good one to point out, because this year you're talking about Death Stranding 2, and then you also have Ghost of Yotei coming up. But it feels like maybe third parties propping this
carrying
up a lot.
it a bit. Yeah,
as far as what that's doing.
I think it's interesting here. PS5 hardware sales up 4.1%, which is huge. So 2.5 million units sold there, bringing it up to the 80 we're talking about. This doesn't separate PS5 Pro and PS5.
Yeah.
So this is just looking at hardware as a whole, and PlayStation kind of looking at the whole console ecosystem as just one family, just kind of similar to how Nintendo does with the Switch Lite and Switch OLED and all of that. So, continuing to grow. PlayStation 5 continuing to be a dominant system this generation. Yeah,
those numbers in 5 years, those numbers make sense. The 5 years of the console being out, I just can't believe it's been 5 years of the console being out.
Yeah,
it does not feel that way.
It's been 5 years, man.
Yeah.
It is weird to look at consoles and how iterative they've become, and to be where we're at now. They're like, I love my PS5, and especially my PS5 Pro. It runs games great, and the UI and just the way that all the systems work. And now that we're past the bullshittery of the PS4 to PS5 upgrade path and all that, and just the weird kinks, now that we're just cruising in this generation, I'm just like, man, I love that I'm at a point that I'm like, I really don't have anything I want for PS6. There'll be new shit that they'll add or whatever, but we're just at a point technologically and just gaming ecosystem wise where it's like, yo, we made it.
I want this.
I would like more games. That's just me personally.
I was actually gonna say I want the studios to focus less on live service and actually put out single player games. I think that's the one thing. Aside from that, it's it's pretty golden as far as, especially when you're talking about the hardware. The hardware does what the hardware is supposed to do. The games run great. I'm not playing games and I'm like, man, this shit's fucking chugging or anything like that, right? And I don't even have a Pro. I just have a base PS5. And that's kind of across the board as well, right? I don't play my Xbox Series X either, and I'm like, damn, this ain't running. Switch 2 is powerful enough to do what I need it to do as well. I think we're overall, as far as the audience perspective, right, of what we're getting from our video games, are in such a good place. I wish the industry itself was in a way better place, but we'll talk about that more as the days go.
I'm sure we will. Let's get into story number 4. Sony CFO says Marathon's expected to release before March, and Bungie's independence is, quote, getting lighter. This comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. Sony's chief financial officer has said she expects Marathon to release by March 2026. In a Q&A session following the company's latest financial results, Sony execs were asked about the current state of Marathon following the shooter's official delay and whether it was factored into Sony's forecast for the current fiscal year. The caller also asked for an update on the management of Bungie, as well as what Sony would do in the worst-case scenario if Marathon was to be canceled outright. Sony CFO Lin Tao responded by saying Marathon is planned to release within the current fiscal year, which ends on March 31st, 2026. Quote, first, about Marathon, how we factored it in the forecast, we expect the launch to happen within the fiscal year. But having said that, this is not a commitment. No official announcement has been given yet. She added, we're now doing modifications in development, and based on the progress in the autumn timeframe, we believe we can communicate when we can launch Marathon, either from Bungie or PlayStation. With regards to Bungie, Tao reiterated Sony's decision to take more control over the studio's management, with the eventual aim being to completely integrate it into PlayStation Studios. Quote, about the governance of Bungie, at the time of acquisition, we were offering a very independent environment, so that was one way of thinking. However, thereafter, we have gone through structural reform, as we announced last year, so this independence is getting lighter, and Bungie is shifting into a role which is becoming more part of PlayStation Studios.
Wow.
And integration is proceeding.
I don't like that phrasing.
So in the long term, you can see this as an ongoing process. The direction for Bungie is to become part of PlayStation Studios. As for whether Marathon would be canceled, Tao said she currently doesn't expect this to happen, saying, quote, we're now fixing the problems, so we believe this launch will happen. If this launch is canceled, we need to do the revision of the valuation. However, as of now, that's not expected.
Dude, how unfortunate that this is how things went. When Bungie was acquired, the conversation was, man, we love what Bungie are doing, putting out Destiny. We love what they're doing independently. And it seemed like it was a big ask from Bungie as they're being acquired to still be able to operate independently. We want to put our games out on whatever platform we want. We want to do our own thing. And in return, we will, help out PlayStation. One, you're going to get the Destiny revenue, all that shit, right? But then also, we're going to help you evaluate what you want to do with this live service thing, right? We're going to come into Naughty Dog and, look at Last of Us Online and tell you what's working, what's not working, and be kind of, I think, the drivers for what that live service outlook could look like at PlayStation. You fast forward years later, none of that shit worked out. And a big part of that is Bungie's fault, right? Like, it seems like they weren't as transparent as they needed to be as far as the state of Bungie and what the inner goings. And we had that news story a couple years ago, kind of talking about, maybe a year ago, talking about yeah, no, Bungie misrepresented some of the numbers there and some of the shit they had going on. And now we're in a place where PlayStation's like, okay, well, now you're just part of PlayStation Studios and we're going to figure this thing out. I fucking hate all of this.
Yeah. And, this is definitely one of those stories that this keeps happening in the last couple of weeks. I keep saying this, but who could have called this? We had conversations on this show talking about the inevitability of how long is it going to take until they are just a PlayStation Studio, because it felt fishy from the jump.
It felt weird.
And all of the big acquisitions and the amount of money being thrown around, and just I truly feel like if the acquisition of Bungie were to happen today, and I know this is a stupid exercise, but it just would be a PlayStation Studio from the jump. They wouldn't even try to be cute about it and try to figure it all out and try to phrase it in a way of, oh, they're independent. Nah, let's just call it what it is. And with where we're at now, this is very concerning, because reading the quote here, it's all right, cool, Marathon's not canceled. They obviously are giving more information than I expected them to give here.
It's kind of wild how much information they're talking about.
But they're also giving themselves a lot of outs in case it's not going to hit where they're saying it is. So yeah, at the end of the day, Marathon clearly needs work, and they're saying that we're fixing all the problems, right?
Which is
what counts as a problem for them?
They stole all the art.
Because there's been a lot of bad stories about them, right?
The reception might not have been as poppy as they wanted it to be. The art was fucking stolen for a lot of what is driving their core art style of the game, right? This is a core title release from Bungie, and with that means something. There is a weight to that, right? When we think of Bungie, you think of Halo, you think of Destiny, and not that Marathon needs to immediately be the heights of either of those, because that's just impossible for a new IP, and you're making a extraction shooter.
It's not a new IP.
You're right. From
I mean, I get it for all intents and purposes it is, but like,
yeah,
it's not though. This is Bungie going back to one of the only things that they have access to like try to make it a thing because like they need more than just Destiny. Or do they?
I mean, but then I think that's more so the fascinating conversation of, and we're going to continue to have this conversation all the time. What is the future of Bungie? Does Marathon come and go? Are they able to find their footing with it? Even if they find their footing with it, is it a thing of, okay, but we're still going to support Destiny as our main thing because that's still going to be our main money maker? Like, is there a plan for Marathon as far as how we're going to get this game to the heights of live service income?
No,
I don't know if that's going to be there.
There's not, right? Like, that's the problem is like, we look at this and the live service side of it. It's like, all right, cool. This was one of the whole initiative was hinging on Bungie and their support of these teams and getting it right. And if the leaders aren't getting it right, it's fucked to begin with. And like, here we are now. But PSN numbers are up.
PSN numbers are up. See, the CFO, this is such a CFO statement too, which is kind of wild. And like, it feels very cold and direct in a way where I'm like, damn. But yeah, them saying integration is proceeding already is giving sci-fi, you're entering a mech sort of situation, you're brain melding to drive a Pacific Rim 2 mech. But yeah, here talking about if this launch is canceled, we need to do the revision of the valuation. However, as of now, this is not expected. Like, that's to your point of they're giving themselves the out of like, yo, maybe it is canceled, but now we don't think this is going to happen, but it could happen, and we'll figure that out.
But even them being like,
it doesn't sound confident.
No, it doesn't sound confident at all. Nor should it be. At least someone's being honest. Story number 6. Digital Foundry leaves IGN to go independent. This comes from Ethan Gatch at Kotaku. Fuck yeah. Congratulations to all of y'all. Gaming tech experts Digital Foundry have gone indie. The YouTube channel announced it's parted ways with its new owner and will strike out on its own. The group's technical breakdowns of how new games run across different consoles and PC hardware have become the industry standard for many fans and game developers. What this means is that from now on, all aspects of DF are decided upon by DF. The latest Digital Foundry direct states, "We answer to nobody but you, the audience." On the latest episode of the podcast where the news was announced, Lead Better said IGN's acquisition allowed Digital Foundry the opportunity to buy out roughly 50% of the company's outstanding shares and take it independent with help from outside investor Rupert Lohman, the original co-founder of Eurogamer. As part of the deal, the back catalog of Eurogamer Digital Foundry posts will also belong to the group. The Patreon supporter program will now be the primary funding behind the venture. The team, which currently includes Leadbetter, Will Judd, John Linneman, Oliver McKenzie, Tom Morgan, Alex Battaglia, and Adi Sorley, said they will be building an entirely new site to host their work on. It will be doubling down on retro and PC gaming analysis. Hell yes.
Some good fucking news.
Really, really good news. I can't believe the era that we're in right now, because here we have Digital Foundry. Obviously, you hear us talk about them all the time. I imagine if you're watching this show, you have also watched Digital Foundry videos at some point. They are the industry standard when it comes to tech breakdowns and one-to-one comparisons of how games run on different consoles. They do excellent work. They have great expert opinions on video games and the industry, and specifically the tech side of all of it. So congrats to them every which way for being independent, and also for just doing great work throughout the last couple of years. They own their shit now. This is crazy. I have no idea how much this could have cost. It must have been a lot of money to get this from IGN and to get the back catalog of stuff. Like, holy crap, I can't even fathom what the investor here would have had to get to pull this off. But we're seeing it happen more and more. Game Informer, a similar story, right? Like, there's differences, but Game Informer now doing their own thing, having their own destiny. Giant fucking Bomb. Yep. Our friends now own Giant Bomb and the entire catalog of Giant Bomb content. What the fuck world do we live in, man?
Yeah, dude.
That is so crazy. And all those stories are different, but I think at the end of the day, it's talented groups of people that are very good at what they do, different things, and I love to see it.
I do think that what they all have in common are people seeing the value, like people you seeing the unique value that these outlets have and wanting to invest in that. Obviously in the Giant Bomb thing, right? Those are people that literally, they are Giant Bomb and they came up with Giant Bomb and they've both watched and have been a part of Giant Bomb from its inception, and that is them going to fandom and being like, yo, like how do we make this work? Can we buy this from you? But they know what makes Giant Bomb work in a way that all of the people that are passing around Giant Bomb, right? All those parent companies that just fucking kept passing them on to the next one, just never fucking got it. Digital Foundry, this person that invested and like bought the 50%, right? And the people that are part of it, they know the value of Digital Foundry. And Game Informer, the people that bought Game Informer, right? Like, I think you have to understand games media and have an appreciation for games media to be able to then manage a games media site in the right way. SkillUp is another example, actually, with This Week in Video Games starting his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear SkillUp talk about This Week in Video Games, I'm filled with confidence for that outlet because he's talking about it in all the right ways. He is connecting that brand to the SkillUp brand, which has a gigantic audience. He is hoping that 1% of those people have that transfer of clicking over to the website and maybe supporting financially. Those are the kind of margins that you had to figure out and talk about and be honest with yourself with. You cannot go into games media thinking that you're going to make trillions of dollars, because you never will. But if you go into games media and try to find the right talent and try to find the right audience and go about it the right way and like create something that's going to appeal to a number of people because you're doing something quality. You might be doing a specific thing quality like Digital Foundry does, right, with the hardware breakdowns. Or you might just be creating quality news, right? Or writing quality news in the way that This Week in Video Games does. You got to find that thing and nurture it. And yeah, I feel so good about all these stories that we've been getting as far as these independent outlets buying out or rising up. So
yep, absolutely,
love all of it.
Very, very cool stuff. I'm still waiting for my first issue of Game Informer.
Oh, it's not coming yet?
Did yours come? Did you subscribe?
I didn't subscribe. I should subscribe. I forgot.
I subscribed.
I've been seeing them.
I've been seeing them in the wild too, but I haven't got mine, so I need to look into that.
They saw your name on the list and they're like, "Fuck this guy in particular."
Also, did you mean to skip story number 5?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, that's fair.
No, I'm joking. Story number 5. Sony CFO says its live service shift is not entirely going smoothly.
It's kind of in the same vein as the marathon conversation. But this is all from the same call.
But they pledged to carry on and learn from mistakes.
Oh, thank God.
This comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. Sony's chief financial officer says the company will learn from its live service failures, but insists that progress has been made despite them. In a Q&A session following the company's financial results, this is what we got. The CFO replied that despite the negativity surrounding Sony's live service offerings, thanks to issues with Concord and Marathon, she still believes live service games are worthwhile because they've added a revenue stream that didn't exist for the company 5 years ago. Last year, Concord shut down, and this year, Marathon was postponed. So somewhat negative news has been coming out.
Oh, somewhat.
But if we look at the past 5 years, 5 years ago, live service games were almost non-existent for PlayStation Studios. We now have Helldivers 2, MLB The Show, and Gran Turismo 7, and Bungie's Destiny 2. Wait a minute.
Man, yeah, you're right.
Wait,
So we have these 4 live service games contributing to sales and profits in a stable manner. All right, let's see. Non-existent for PlayStation Studios. We have Helldivers 2. Sure, I'll give them that.
Okay.
Helldivers 1 existed, but I get it. 2, different type of game.
And I have a different
live
conversation
service.
about Helldivers 2 because I don't believe that was part of their live service push. I think that just fit the box. But we can talk about that later. I don't
Does
believe
MLB
them.
The Show fit their thing? Or is that just like a cute little
Oh
thing?
yeah,
because-
MLB The Show was a brand new. Yeah, we'd never heard of MLB
Never
The
heard
Show.
of it.
Yeah,
This is
that didn't
crazy.
exist
And
5 years
the
ago.
7th Gran Turismo.
Oh.
Oh.
But it's the first 7th Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7 didn't
The
exist.
very first Gran Turismo 7.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
The first series to hit 7.
That's a good point.
It's a really
That's
good point. For Q1, the live service ratio is about 40%. For the full year, it's a little less, probably between 20 and 30%. So in terms of the transformation, it's not entirely going smoothly. But from a longer term perspective, if you look at the changes over 5 years, you see that there's definitely been a change.
This is why I wanted you to read the story. Because it's so fucking ridiculous. What are you saying?
Okay, everyone.
What are we talking about
everyone,
here?
please listen to me.
It's not working.
Listen to the words that are about to come out of my mouth. I'm going to read this direct quote once again. For Q1, the live service ratio was about 40%. For the full year, it's a little less, probably between 20 and 30%. So in terms of the transformation, it's not entirely going smoothly, but from a longer term perspective, if you look at the changes over 5 years, you see that there's definitely been a change.
Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Of course, we recognize there are still many issues, so we should learn the lessons from mistakes and make sure that we introduce live service content where there's less waste and it's more smooth.
We should do better and not worse. We should keep doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You ever played Far Cry 3?
Yeah.
You know the villain, Voss?
Mm-hmm.
He gave a really great monologue. A monologue that I think about often. And it's funny because it is like kind of peak video game edgy shit, but I still fucking love it. Where he goes on this rant about the definition of insanity, and and he's not the first to say this, right? But I like how he says it. He's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting things to change.
Yep.
And he says that. And it's like a kind of core aspect of his character, because then he fucking kicks you down a fucking thing and he tries to kill you again because he's saying he's insane.
Yeah.
Video
so you're saying
games,
that's
you know what
what our CFO friend's going to do?
Yes. Our CFO friend is essentially saying, hey, we recognize that we've we fumbled this quite a bit. We've had some struggles, but we're going to keep doing the same thing and hope that it's good. Because look at the numbers. Hey, if you look, it's been working because we just got MLB The Show exists, and Gran Turismo exists, and also we bought Bungie, and Bungie's doing great for us apparently.
Yeah, and Concord.
Forget the last story.
No,
not Concord. Forget the last story we read. Bungie, what they're doing is great. And then what was the other game? Helldivers 2, which I still don't fucking believe is part of this live service push. I think that just happened to fit the bill. I think that was the thing that was going to be greenlit anyway because you all love Helldivers because Shuhei Yoshida has great taste. I think that's how that worked. I don't think any of the choices they made have been good choices.
I mean, real
with this live service shit.
The moment that we started talking about MLB The Show as a live service game that's part of this thing, I'm not arguing that it's not a live service game. I'm just arguing that if that is, we don't need a fucking live service push for PlayStation.
Exactly.
It's just a fucking multiplayer game that like you make some money from.
Tim, I can't stress enough how right you are.
But it's also like they sell it as if like it wasn't live service before, like it's been that way for so long.
I can't believe there are examples, Helldivers 2 notwithstanding, where MLB The Show, Gran Turismo 7, and Destiny 2.
because they nurtured Destiny 2 from the crib. They fucking raised it. They turned that from rags to riches. It was all PlayStation. It wasn't fucking Bungie under Activision. It was fucking PlayStation, apparently.
You know what? And ignore the things Anthem Metal are saying in chat, like The Last of Us multiplayer, God of War multiplayer, Horizon multiplayer. Ignore those things.
Spider-Man multiplayer.
Spider-Man multiplayer. Also, the that like Horizon, the game that's like ripping off Horizon and like that whole story. Did you guys
Lights
talk
of
about
Moderum?
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that was talked about by some people, not me, I don't think.
Do we think that
we
was...
did talk about it.
Do we think that was possibly the Horizon multiplayer leak, since that was like part of that story?
Because Horizon literally or the Guerrilla, like they're hiring in-house for the multiplayer thing.
Okay.
So that's still coming, along with...
Well, we'll see.
That's still planned to be coming.
Story number 7.
Fuck.
Everything announced in Nintendo's Indie World.
Hey.
This comes from Michael McWhorter at Polygon. The Indie World happened today, and we did not react to it, so we're going to talk about what happened now. The Hollower. We already knew it was coming October 31st. There's a demo, though. You can play it. You probably should. From developer Yacht Club Games, coming to Switch and Switch 2. Can't wait.
October 31st. Let's go.
Fantastic. Well Dweller. Well Dweller. Play as Glimmer, a tiny bird armed with a matchstick to slay an evil queen to save his family before they become part of a royal gown in Well Dweller from Top Hat Games, coming to Switch in 2026.
It looks cool. It's like a 2D action platformer situation. I'm probably not going to play it if I'm being honest.
Whoa,
hold on.
That's a big old Metroidvania map. Yeah.
What does that do for you?
With your friends, okay.
What does that do for you, Mr. Metroidvania?
This looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
It does that art style puppety thing that I don't like.
I feel you.
Yeah. Neverway. Quit your job and work for an immortal deity in Neverway, a nightmarish pixel art RPG with pixel art from the artist behind Celeste and music from the composer of Fez and Hyperlight Drifter, coming to Switch in 2026.
This is one that is on my Steam wish list.
I thought that was a titty.
Where?
Go back.
No. Oh, the knee.
It was like, it's pretty low, but
yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
What's the anatomy?
She has a really long neck.
She got a long neck, dude.
I need you to draw like what you think the fucking body is. She's a fucking giraffe. Anyway, this game looks really cool. That's all I can really say about it, right? Like the pixel, like the thing mentions, right? Pixel art from the artist behind Celeste and composer from the composer behind Hyperlight Drifter. Isn't that a Disaster Piece? I'm gonna say Disaster Piece. Looks lit. I'm in.
Hurdling coming to Switch August 21st. I feel like this is one that we played at the Xbox.
It was. It's the one where you herd animals.
Oh yeah, this one's cool.
Herd animals.
Yeah.
I said that quick.
I like this one. August 21st coming to Switch. Is This Seat Taken? A pleasant puzzle game about seating people where they want to sit. It's a puzzle piece people manager out today on Switch.
And it's a puzzle poppy ass game. I'm excited for this one. It's out today.
Is it made by the Scribblenauts team? Not Scribblenauts.
It is. I think it is a team we know. I'll look it up.
Snipper Clips. Because it kind of has that vibe.
This is
Those
made
shapes with faces.
by Potty Studio. I mean, on Steam, this is their first game, so I don't think so. It is published by Wholesome Games, though. It's really
It's
neat.
not the Snipper Clips team. Okay. Little Kitty Big City.
Let's go.
It's a picture perfect update. A new update for cat game Little Kitty Big City offers new customization options.
Whoa.
New nightmares. New nightmares to explore. Neighborhoods to explore. New friends and new photo mode options. The picture perfect updates coming later this year.
Tim, you nailed the cozy thing, by the way, when we were talking about our predictions for this. Because I thought you're putting like too much cozy accusations on the indie world.
No.
And as I go through this, I'm like, no,
That's
you're
what
right.
is.
It
That's
really
what it
is like more cozy stuff, which I appreciate. Like I'm pro cozy games, obviously, but like what I want, I wanted to like surprise us a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me Little Kitty Big City, the perfect update, and then the next game, just Devolver Digital Murder Simulator. I want fucking guns and blood and action.
dude.
Give me Mad World.
Yeah.
Remember Mad World?
Of course.
Mix
Fuck
that
yeah.
shit in there.
Content warning.
Let's go.
Coming
We
to
did it.
Switch and Switch 2 in 2026.
That's what I'm talking
Perfect
about.
example, right? Little Kitty
That's
Big
what-
City. Boom.
Boom.
Here's terror.
God.
We got Ball Cross Pit, an action roguelike game inspired by Hold Down, Loop Hero, and Vampire Survivors, coming to Switch October 15th, my mom's birthday, and Switch 2 sometime this fall.
I fuck with this. I'm curious about it. This looks like a game I could get really addicted to. It has sort of a brick breaker.
Yeah, it also
vibe.
has one of those, like, you're scrolling on TikTok and see an ad for a mobile game type vibes,
Yes.
gameplay-wise.
But
this looks like
gameplay-wise,
there's
yeah.
there's a
There's
game
an actual
surrounding
here.
it to, like,
Yeah.
make it worth it, which is cool, because,
The
like,
art
look,
style looks better
those
than any of
ads
those.
are on TikTok for a reason. People want to play that shit.
Oh yeah.
You
I
don't-
love brick breaker type things.
This looks fun. I play, dude. The only video game my dad would ever play growing up was Arkanoid on our PC,
Yeah.
and he was fucking good at it.
Yeah.
He was so fucking good at
I
Arkanoid.
love that, dude. Poppy.
And so, like, I have a sort of the Arkanoid gene in me. And so, you show me a brick breaker game, get me in there, coach. Also, what is all this? Is this still the same game?
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Pretty sick. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon coming to Switch and Switch 2 winter 2025.
Let's go.
Cool.
I love that. It's going to take over the company.
It's definitely going to cause some fights.
Yeah.
Glaciered. Set 65 million years in the future, you play an evolved avian creature as you explore an underwater world, battling marine beasts to become the overwinter's ultimate protector in Glaciered. Coming to Switch 2 this holiday. Interesting.
Yeah.
You're a bird in the sea.
I didn't get this one, but it looks interesting. I don't understand it.
Echo the dolphin.
It is like a 3D Echo the Dolphin, except you have action elements to it.
Demon School. A school life tactics RPG with hints of Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, and Italian horror cinema where movement equals action. We just got another trailer for this coming September 3rd,
Hype.
2025.
This is one that Barrett predicted on the episode. One that looks really cool, dope art style. When we say it's Persona, like it is like the first couple of Personas in terms of the perspective and style of it, but then it has like this tactical based combat that looks fun.
It's very PAX coded, is what you said.
I said it was very PAX coded, and fucking nailed it. It's here, except it wasn't in the like Western Direct.
Oh,
This was a Japanese.
This was the one
This
that was the extra 5 minutes?
This
Yeah.
was the extra 5 minutes of the Japan Direct.
All right.
So interesting.
Why?
But hey, it's got a date. I'm excited.
That is... I don't like that. Additionally, there's a Nintendo Switch version of UFO 50 out today, and additional updates from Nintendo. Cozy management game Tiny Bookshop is out on Nintendo Switch now. Strange horror culture sequel Strange Antiquities brings its brand of caretaking for occult antiquity store to Switch on September 17th. Opus Prism Peaks coming this fall. Go-Go Town tasks you with becoming the mayor of a rundown tourist town out on Switch spring 2026. 2D turn-based roguelike Caves of Qud, it's QUD, comes to Switch this winter. And then Undusted Letters from the Past, a cozy cleaning game with a touching story, coming to Switch in October. Winter Burrow is a woodland survival game about a mouse returning home to restore the childhood burrow out this holiday.
I love how many games are starring mice.
Mice, man.
Mice are...
You're the mice.
You're the mice.
Cool. That's that. An indie world that came and went.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is along the lines of what we usually get for Indie World. Looking back, we were foolish. Talk about Hades too.
We weren't.
And Silksong.
I stand by. We weren't foolish, but I also stand by Nintendo. This is not the best looks for the first kind of showcases for the Switch 2, but I get where we're at. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Story number 8. Metroid Prime 4, Elden Ring, and Silksong are all playable at Nintendo's Gamescom booth. This comes from Ollie Reynolds at Nintendo Life. Nintendo will be making an appearance at this year's Gamescom, and it looks like the company's full lineup of games has been revealed. Included in the selection are some pretty interesting ones: Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Pokemon Legends ZA, Elden Ring, Tarnished Edition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Hades 2. While not definitively confirmed, we can reasonably assume that these will all be playable on the Switch too.
And people are going to be able to play Mario Kart World?
Hell yeah, man.
Cyberpunk? That's crazy.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
Silksong and Hades too. What the fuck are we doing?
What are we doing, dude?
Fuck you,
Silksong,
Indie
Hades 2,
Showcase.
Elden Ring, and Final Fantasy. Where were you in the partner showcase? Those games are playable. What's that tell you? They're coming this year? Probably? You don't think so?
I don't know, man.
It's August, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's
even
already
5
August.
months. We're talking about ports.
Yeah.
I think
If Final Fantasy VII Remake and Elden Ring aren't out this year, what the fuck are we doing?
I'm more.
How are you
focused-
not going to hit for the holiday season? You have to, and they're playable.
Yeah, them being playable is kind of I would expect all this stuff out by end of year. I'm with you. I'm just still shocked at Silksong and Hades 2 being playable.
I mean, and
Hades
especially
2
with...
was playable at the New York event.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
We
Yeah,
just didn't play it because
we
had
played
it on
Hades
Switch
2. Yeah,
or on PC.
And with Silksong, it's like, now we're expecting it even sooner, right? Right, Bless?
What do you mean sooner?
With the next story, you know?
Oh,
Sooner.
Yes. Story number 8 or 9.
Story
sorry.
number 9. According to Billbil-Kun, the ROG Xbox Ally releases on October 16th.
You got it until
What's that sooner then?
well sooner than October 6th. Is Silksong's launching on this thing, right?
When it launches, Silksong will be playable? Question mark?
You're picking up what we're putting down?
I am, but I mean October doesn't seem sooner than August.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I
not
was just
sooner
like sooner than
Sooner
like
th- yeah.
December. Or
sooner than
something.
the end of the
Oh,
year is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, October sounds right to me. This adds up to me.
October 16th for Silksong? Or for
2 months? 2 months from now, man.
Yeah.
They're
2
going to
months
announce
from
it at
now?
any point?
Gamescom.
Listen, I abstain. I abstain from predicting.
I'm a Gamescom hater,
I-
but hey, if this is the year that they fucking go all
This'll
out
be the
for
year,
it,
Barrett.
I will never.
I loved working Gamescom. Most boring show every fucking year.
And don't y'all ever quote me on this. I will never predict another Silksong thing ever again in my
You're
life.
going to every single
I'm
time.
never going
You'd
to
be
fucking predict. I'm
yes, You'd be
done.
silly not to.
I'm done.
We are
All right?
closer than ever.
Fucking reveal when you want to. Give me the release date whenever the fuck you want to. I'm done predicting Silksong shit.
You're gonna. Here we go. Billbil-Kun. Xbox Ally, October 16th.
I love how we're talking about the Silksong. We're not even talking about the Xbox.
I know.
Ally.
Because who cares about it? It's going to be expensive.
Greg Miller does.
I'm very excited for this thing. October 16th. Everything about this like adds up to me. I believe Billbil-Kun.
Mhm.
Great track record. October 16th. Yeah. Why not? Before Black Friday,
Yeah.
before the holiday stuff. Like
I believe it too.
that's the right place to put this out. Anything else to add there?
No.
Cool. That wasn't big enough news for you? That's
No.
okay. If I wanted small news, where would I look?
You go to our last news story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
Jeff Keighley confirmed that the composer and singer from Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is going to perform an acoustic set live at Gamescom opening night live.
Fuck yeah.
Really cool.
Very excited for this. It's going to hit.
You're not holding it for Game Awards?
Well, this is just an acoustic set. So I'm
you're
hoping
right, you're
Game
right.
Awards. And Game Awards, it'll be in the
orchestra.
orchestra
The Game of the Year medley.
Yeah.
That's like a guarantee for Game of the Year nomination, right?
100.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get some Expedition music, which is great.
What do we
But
do?
Which Bonanza form music are we getting? That's the big question.
man.
Oh, none of them.
You don't think so?
No, it'll just be like the main kind of first theme that we hear.
Like the first level, because that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because it is a good song. Like that first level music is
Because
pretty
God
great.
of War Ragnarok, they just used the 2018 theme again instead of like the better, more interesting theme.
Nah, they're going to do the...
What do we
Bonanza
become if
Kong
Expedition 33 isn't nominated at the Game Awards?
There's not a chance in hell.
But like, what do we do if it's not?
I will...
Like, what kind of people do we?
I think we just start becoming election deniers.
like
Just full front.
like what building do we storm? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jokes.
Yeah. There's just not a chance in hell. There's not a chance in hell.
I don't know. We got a strong fall. Silksong, Hades 2.
But we just know how numbers work. We know the way people talk about Expedition in the voting space for Game Awards.
Yeah, but they've also been talking a big thing about Donkey Kong Bonanza,
That'll be there too.
Ghost of Yote. Yeah, well, you don't think Ghost of Yote is gonna be in there?
I do.
Okay, cool.
But
only
we
got,
don't
like-
know yet. So
Yeah,
but we
like-
know about the other two.
That's fair. We only got 5 or 6 slots in this thing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're saying a lot. Metal Eden launches September 2nd on our Xbox, PS5, and PC. Lego Party is coming September 30th, literally everywhere. And that's it for Wii News. Wow.
Death Stranding 2. I think it's a strong year.
It is. It is. Let's see what super chats we got. Rails says birthday tax. I'm 30 years old today. Thank you for all the
Oh.
laughs and good times. You guys are a consistent relief from the chaos happening in the world. Thank you for all you do. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy 30. Dirty 30. Love that.
Dirty 30.
Ghostly Khan says, Tim, the OG Turtles from the TMNT live action movie are going to be at my Comic-Con this year in September. I'm going to get their autographs for sure. That's freaking awesome.
That's really cool.
They're bringing that movie back for the 30th anniversary in next week into theaters. Me and my brother are going to go. I'm
That's awesome.
Very excited.
Let me know if they ever bring back the second one, because that's the one with the
Secret
ninja
of the
rap, right?
Ooze. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had
What
that
a-
on VHS.
What a time.
Chef's kiss.
Ty Wilkins says, you cancel OD, you're screwed. You'll never get Kojima back. Also, first thing they showed was fake gameplay. Perfect Dark never existed. Sorry to say. You got to read some articles, my friend. I don't know about that, man. Barrett, what do you have to say?
Well, that like there were reports of like that vertical slice that they showed was like just made for that or something like that.
But isn't that every
Yeah.
vertical slice?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how game slices work.
Yeah.
It was a game. It was
It
played.
was-
it just
yeah.
had to be played a certain way, but it was playable. Bander Ascend says, watch K-pop Demon Hunters last night. I need Tango or Shift Up to make a game with Sony about it. That'd be sick. Tango, I'd be in for that.
Oh, Tango
Hi-Fi
Demon
Rush
Hunters
type
game.
shit. Let's go.
That'd be really cool.
JB Bonificio says, when's kind of anime? Dan to Dan Season 2's peak right now.
Bear was telling me about it on the way out yesterday.
Yeah, Dun 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 season 2 fucking kicking ass so far. We're looking to do an episode, I think, sometime in late September. We want to see the Demon Slayer movie that's coming out next month first before we record another kind of anime. But soonish.
Sick. Robbie Palmer says, are y'all going to do a spoiler talk about DK Bonanza? Ask and you shall receive tomorrow. This show, Gamescast. It'll be this crew. Me, Barrett, Bless, spoiling the living fuck out of Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Hell yeah.
I'll
we're
give my
gonna-
official review finally.
Yeah, Barrett will give his review, and we're going to watch a couple reactions from Bless and Barrett to some key moments of the game. So yeah, if you have any questions or thoughts on DK Bonanza, please tweet them at me or super chat them tomorrow, and we'll get through them. But I'm very excited to talk all about Donkey Kong Unrestricted.
Raw.
Raw.
Raw Kong.
Man, she had some low titties, you know. Shambo Baggins says, thoughts on
This is for
Insomniac
me.
posting Sunset Overdrive on their Instagram a few days ago. I didn't see that.
On their Instagram. I feel like this happens all the time. Where
Yeah,
like
they always post that game.
I
It
really
means nothing.
really want Sunset Overdrive to come to PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Like little tiny upgrades here and there, trophies. Because I just love getting platinums in Insomniac games.
Oh,
And
I feel
like that to me would be like the enticing thing of like, all right, it's time, Sunset Overdrive.
I feel that. Insomniac, I'm looking up, I'm going to see, because is it just a screenshot or is it a screenshot that's like, whoa, what if we release this shit right now? Dare us. Somebody dare us. We're going to release it.
Goldfish Boy says,
They posted Spyro like the day before. Okay, get out of here.
There's getting nostalgic.
Yeah.
Goldfish Boy says, got my Waterfield City Slicker Switch 2 case. Hype, dude. What a nice case. Beautiful. Very expensive, but very, very, very high quality product there. You were going to love it for years to come. I can guarantee that. Jamal Hayes says, birthday tax, love what y'all do. Been watching from the start. Love the fair and legal, or let the fair and legal trade happen. You know,
It's too late.
It's too late.
They found a way to make it happen anyway.
Which again is like, why didn't they just do it that way in the fucking first place?
Because they didn't actually have a plan.
They had no
They had
plan.
Things
no plan.
happened, and then they retroactively like put a string through them.
Yeah.
If you follow the story that Roger gave us, there really isn't a plot.
Yeah, it's like the burn after reading at the end of that movie where, you know, the kind of two people who are trying to put it all together come together and they're like, yeah, none of this made sense.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Like this,
Credits.
Yeah.
it's gonna make less sense when we get the actual scores of these games by the end of the year.
Yeah.
We're gonna look at it and be like, you all did this for nothing.
Also, I want to clarify because people took my doubting of the remaster of Final Fantasy Tactics as just hating Final Fantasy Tactics.
That was
No,
hilarious, by the way.
That's a fucking amazing game. I just have,
Yeah.
I think people are going to be, people who love Tactics and are going to review this remaster are going to be disappointed by what this remaster does as a preservation to the legacy of that game, is all I was saying. Fuck.
And I think Ninja Gaiden 4.
I think it's going to score better than
It's gonna
Roger's-
score better than what Roger thinks.
Yeah.
Napoleon Blown Apart says Richard Ledbetter couldn't get into specifics, but said that the remaining shares cost more than his house. Support independent games media. That's what I'm talking about. That adds
Wow.
up to me. Like, absolutely.
That's
like, it must have been
crazy.
millions of dollars. Crazy.
Hope he gets that bag.
Crazy, man. Yeah. The idea of getting millions of dollars back is terrifying.
Yeah.
Good luck to y'all. Good fucking luck.
Investments, man.
Uncle Death says, just an FYI, the Rooster Teeth website's back up, and you can log back in if you had an account before, and you can watch all of the old content. Excellent stuff.
That's
I know
cool.
Bernie's been working on that and trying to get the old school boards back to how it used to be in the early 2000s, which is super cool. Blue Knight Jedi says, Tim and Bless, if you want the ultimate auto battler JRPG and tactics game, play Unicorn Overlord. Check out the Open Critic. I bought it last week based off y'all's reaction to a Nintendo Direct. It's incredible.
Hell yeah.
Didn't you play this?
I tried it.
Yeah, I tried it too.
I liked 13 Sentinels. That came out like quite a few years ago, and like I think just the setting and style of game that was versus what Unicorn Overlord is works better for me. But like I've heard a lot of great things about Unicorn Overlord. Like if you're a listener or watcher and those things that they just mentioned in that chat sound good to you, you should definitely check it out.
Omega Buster says, Square didn't want to mix the marketing message. Focus on Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I still don't understand. So Philadelphia is the kingdom or what, the location that they're in?
The land.
Just call it
The
Philadelphia.
land
at that
of
point.
Philadelphia.
Just call it, because you're gonna get to the end of the game, and it's gonna be revealed to be Philadelphia, and we're all gonna be like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" Right?
Oscar Navarro says Tim and Greg should have a Pokemon battle to determine who reviews Za. I don't know if you saw it. Greg's on vacation right now. He beat Pokemon Violet, and he's been posting screenshots of him playing Pokemon Arceus, and I'm like, damn,
No,
Wow.
he is.
no way.
Greg's going all in.
Good for
Going
him.
all in.
He's a different man,
He is a different man.
you know, out here just loving Xbox, playing Pokemon's. So that's not the Beyond host I used to listen to.
Yeah,
A
dude.
different man.
Traitor.
As a child, it's changed everything about him.
Change it all, man. Still stinky though.
Yeah.
Looking at you wrong.
Ah,
You know,
we get a lot wrong.
there's a lot of words. I look at this and I'm like, do I want to read it? Do I want to be called out for my flaws?
Portland Kevin says the classic Italian rice ball dish, arancini, is typically pronounced arancini. Oh, wait, what'd you say?
I don't know.
Because I would have said arancini.
So would I. But did I?
He definitely did it.
I don't know, man. I feel like this seems kind of like people are picking on me.
I I mean, listen, that's additional information. Steven Totillo has an article on the Contraband cancellation. Oh, these are big quotes. In a statement on the website, Avalanche stated that the active development has now stopped while we evaluate the project's future. The studio has also noted that we're thankful for the excitement we've seen from community since we've announced, and we'll give an update on what's next as soon as we can. Contraband's official trailer had been set to private on Xbox's YouTube channel several weeks ago, stoking rumors that the game was in jeopardy. Less widely reported were cuts in Xbox's publishing division, a group that worked with outside development studios to supplement Microsoft's internally developed games with projects made by partners. Such games have included Nights as Dusk Falls. Isn't it just called As Dusk Falls? Oh, I see. Interior Nights as Dusk Falls. Don't nods, tell me why. Two game file sources said that the team has been significantly impacted, with multiple producers cut and its longtime leader Peter Wise also exiting the company. Microsoft still has plans to publish games with Kojima Productions and Platinum, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Asobo for Flight Simulator, according to a source familiar with the matter. This is what I'll say, is that all that lines up with things that I've heard as far as people who have worked with Xbox's publishing division and are just like, yeah, no, like shit's on fire over there. Like we had a game that was supposed to be published by them and now it's not. Like that seems, yeah, all of that seems true from Steven Totillo's article, which comes back to the thing of like, if you're, I just don't understand what the fucking strategy is now with Xbox's, like, I guess third party stuff. It comes back to what you said, I guess. We're just canceling all of it. I still find it tough to think that they would cancel OD just because I don't think you piss off your entire audience and piss off Kojima at the same time. I think it's just
Xbox wouldn't be okay with pissing off their entire audience.
I mean, you make a good point. I think it's something you don't want to do.
Yeah, of course. They don't want to. And I mean, obviously it's not the goal. I'm just saying that not only is it not impossible, I think that it is something that we should prepare for and be surprised if the game comes out and is good.
Surprised.
That's where I'm at.
Fair enough. And then Nitro says 1943, The Rise of Hydra got delayed to 2026.
Thank you.
I think that game is coming out.
I think.
Is it good? We'll see. But I believe in it.
I'm happy that you do because I want it to be good. I want it to be real.
It's gotta be
I want
real.
it to come out.
2026.
Mm-hmm. An Amy Hennig game?
Whenever companies
come out.
Whenever companies announce a year, that means it's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was that Quantum Dream Star Wars game?
Eclipse?
Did that ever get a year? See, not coming out.
Knights of the Old Republic remake?
I would really hope. I really don't want that game to come out.
You know. Was that supposed to come out 2023 or some shit? Maybe.
Well, everyone, this has been Games Daily.
I know, it's been an episode.
10
news stories. You got through it all.
What the fuck?
No,
I'm getting invited to birthday parties. We already went to a birthday party for this person. You don't get to do another fucking party. Show some respect.
Maybe they have 2 birthdays, Tim.
Birth month.
Shit.
Think about it.
You're right.
Maybe it was like, this is the public friend, like everybody's invited thing, but now here's like the thing for the close friends.
Oh, I was thinking that they got birthed 2 different times somehow.
Oh my
They
God.
climb back in? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Barrett?
Climb back in.
They
Wow.
climb back
All right,
in?
everybody. I love you all.
Jesus.
We're about to do Gamescast.
He
It's
said
going to
it.
be awesome. You're cool. We're cool. Bye.